Have you ever heard of Pavlov experiments? You see, Pavlov was a scientist, and originally he predicted that dogs would start to salivate in response to food being placed in front of them. But then he noticed something curious was happening. He noticed that the dogs began to salivate, not when the food was in front of them, but when they hear the footsteps of his assistant bringing it to them. In the moment he realized something interesting was happening, that the association alone could trigger the same response, like a sound, a moment, a small experience. All it took for that was repetition, and the body would respond, and the mind would follow, and just like that classical conditioning was born. Isn't that a fascinating idea? The simple association of two ideas, of two common things, can create an automatic, involuntary response, a trigger, that makes your mind follow a path built over time, through repetition, through reward, through desire. I wonder if you have any of those. Not that I'm saying that you're a dog, no, of course not. But still, it's such a wonderful idea. How our minds learn to connect things, how a simple face, a simple sound, a sensation can take you somewhere else. Imagine this, if I were to tell you now to take a nice deep breath in and slowly let it out, in and out, keeping that rhythm, that slow, deep, nice breaths. You may already feel like your body is beginning to relax. And when your body relaxes, your mind relaxes. And when your mind relaxes, you become more open, more receptive, more willing to listen, more willing to follow what I have to say. Isn't that interesting? How something so small can lead you somewhere else, somewhere deeper, somewhere nicer, somewhere quieter. I can give you other examples, of course. You see, if I were to say certain words that you already know, that you know the feeling they bring to you, words like drop, sink, deeper, and follow them each time with a simple click, you may start associating those words with the click itself. Not just the words, but the feelings they create in you, what your body feels when you hear them happen. For example, drop, a simple sensation of falling down, of letting go, of releasing. Sink, that slow, delicious descent as your awareness slides downward. Deeper, the warm pull, drowning you even further. Over time, through repetition, your mind begins to connect the sounds with the sensations, the words with the feeling, the click with the response, until the clicker alone is enough to trigger the reaction. No need to think, no need to decide, it just happens, because your mind has already learned the path, and you like what the path takes you. Just like you might start associating those words with certain feelings. You may also start to begin to associate a countdown with the sensations of dropping, of sinking, of going deeper. Such a nice, relaxing feelings. Just like now you're breathing in and breathing out naturally helps you let go. A simple countdown can also help you calm you down, can settle you, can guide you downwards, helping you relax, helping you to drop, helping you to sink, helping you to go deeper. So let's give it a try. Nice and slow, just let it happen with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and drop and sink and go deeper and deeper still. Let your mind begin to build a path. Let it connect the dots. Recognize the pattern that when you hear the countdown, when you hear my words, when you hear the clicks, that feeling returns. You start to melt. You start to surrender. So easy, so natural. Your mind now is starting to begin to associate the feelings with the clicks, just like drop, sink, and deeper. And doesn't that just feel right? Because it is right for you to feel that way. Just like when you begin to drop, you begin to sink as you go deeper and deeper. You don't just feel relaxed. You start to feel other things like obedience, mindlessness, arousal. It's only natural for you, isn't it? That your mind starts to link those feelings with the clicks. The path is already there. It's familiar for you. So let it stretch even further, even deeper. Because you already know that when you drop, when you sink, when you go deeper, you feel more obedient, more mindless, more aroused. So of course it's natural that when you hear the clicks, you can feel that feeling coming back to you, because the clicks are the part of the path, part of the process, part of the pleasure. So when you hear the sound, when I click, your mind knows exactly what to do, knows exactly where to go, and it goes to that space where you can drop, sink, go deeper, and once you're there, you start to feel it all again, that obedience, that mindlessness, that heat. It just feels so natural to you, isn't that right? But for that connection to grow stronger, for that link become unshakable, it needs repetition, it needs reinforcement. Every time you hear the click, you feel those sensations arise. That association becomes stronger, deeper, more ingrained in your mind, until the click itself becomes the command, a feeling, a state of being. Just one simple sound, and your body knows, your mind knows that it's time to drop, to sink, to go deeper, to be obedient, mindless, and aroused. That's the power of conditioning. That's the path that your mind is learning right now. And it feels so good to follow it. It feels so good to let the path become ingrained in your mind. Let it become a part of you, a part that you like, a path that you're willing to follow and to drift in it. You know what all those feelings have in common? The obedience, the mindlessness, the arousal, they all lead to the same place. Because when you feel them, you feel like a good toy. And feeling like a good toy makes you feel so very good, so right. And you want more of that. You want more of that feeling. Of course you do. You want to feel like a good toy. You need to be a good toy. Because that's the final goal. That's where the path takes you. That's where it ends. The place where all the clicks take you. That wonderful feeling of being a good toy. And you want that feeling to grow even stronger. So let me give you a little idea. A way to take all of this with you. When you wake up, maybe, just maybe, you can go find a clicker. Maybe it's a pen. Maybe it's a kind that you use for a dog. It doesn't really matter. What really matters is what it means. You take the clicker and you will press it and say to yourself, I am a good toy, and then click. And when you do, you can allow yourself to feel a wave wash over you, a wave of obedience, of mindlessness, of arousal, because that's how a good toy should feel. That's how a good toy should always feel. And you want that. and you will click again and again and again, each time whispering to yourself, I am a good toy. Letting that path become deeper, more solid, more real, letting the connection grow even stronger than before, until just one click and you feel all rush in. With just one click, you drop, you sink, you go deeper, you become mindless, aroused, and obedient. All the way back, exactly where you belong, exactly at where you are, a good toy. But soon, I'll have to wake you up. You will wake up feeling refreshed and relaxed and ready to go on with your day. Maybe you'll go complete your little task. Anyway, you will feel good. You'll feel focused. You feel like a good toy. So waking up on the count of 5. 1, gently rising. 2, returning fully. 3, breathing awareness. 4, stretching up. 5, wake up. Thank you for listening. See you very soon.